Okay, in this video we're going to talk about the next Hsing I 5-element fist. Just the hands only, we're just detailing the hands. We've done Pi Ch'uan and Swan Chuan already, so this is going to be Beng Ch'uan. Now Pi Ch'uan is the splitting, that's the metal element. Swan Chuan, the second one, is drilling, that's the water element, that's this one here, and it has the Phoenix Eye fist. Beng Ch'uan, this is the wood element, and it is crushing. Now in Beng Ch'uan, it's basically a straight down the middle blast. The fist is a normal closed fist. It's not the Phoenix Eye. So, but some of the same principles apply. In other words, we're not going to squeeze it as tight as we can. What we're going to do is have it closed in and a little firm, but not clenched as hard as you can clench. It's just firm it up, and you want a feeling of expanding through it. It's very similar to a Tai Chi fist. Now there are different methods you'll see other Hsing I instructors maybe using with this, but this is the one that we use. So the fist rolls in, the thumb comes over the top, standard fist. This is targeting the center of the torso, generally speaking. So in Hsing I, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, in Hsing I we don't bring our elbow back past our hip. Same with Tai Chi and so forth as well. We'll start, if we're bringing that, if that's back, it's because our body has turned, okay? So then as we'll drive forward, like say in a Tai Chi strike, there's a shift, there's a turn of the waist, a closing or an opening of the upper gate, and a drop down, and it drives the arm with the hips. Hsing I is very similar in terms of its principles. But you're driving forward with a step. You know, that's how you're getting a lot of the driving force behind it. Now, we're not doing the stepping in this video, so we're just talking about the shape and the timing of what the hands are doing. But generally speaking, you drive forward, and then there's a turn of the waist and a drop down in order to create the power. So I'm going to involve the turn of the waist. I'm going to do this forward and then sideways so you can see. But basically, we're going to start with the left fist forward, and it's going to be pretty much right down to the center line, on your center line, and the other fist back. It's not pulled back like a chamber, like I said, but turn your waist a little bit here out so that you can have this elbow kind of back without it being past your hip. Okay, so from the side it would look like that. You can see my hips here and my elbows like this. And then the fist is dropped down, or palm up a little bit, okay? The whole body's turned, all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drop the front hand, the left hand that's punching out, it's going to drop down, and I'm not just rotating the fist, I'm actually dropping it like slightly to the side, rolling it around this axis point, like that, rather than just twisting it in place. Does that make sense? Rolling it like that. And that's a downward deflection, actually. It's just really small. So you want to feel like you're sinking a little bit on that there. And then we're going to turn the waist and switch the hands. That's it. It's really simple. What makes it difficult is timing it with the footwork later on. But you want to get the feeling of that sink, drop that down, and then turn the waist and drop into place. So there's a lot of sinking going on. Now, you've heard me say before that if you just keep sinking and sinking and sinking, before long you're going to be sitting on the floor. So there has to be a coming upward too, in order to not wind up down on the floor. That will happen naturally with the step as you spring out of the back leg and go forward. Your body will naturally come up a little bit, and then you drop into the last bit. So when we're not doing the footwork, you sort of have to mechanically do that on purpose. So I'm going to drop here, and then as I begin this switch here, I'm going to come up a little bit so that I can drop there. Okay, does that make sense? Now, the rotation, because we're not stepping, we're not changing the angle of our feet, be careful that you don't overdo the rotation or you'll twist on your knee a little bit. So make that rotation real minor, real slight, okay? But don't let it be a twist of the spine. Make sure it's coming from the hips itself. So I'll show you from the side. drop and roll your fist down, okay? Then forward and drop. Drop and roll the fist down. You're going to come up a little bit here and turn the waist. I'm not pulling it way back like this, it's in here, okay? Drop, drop. Okay? Makes sense? And that's Beng Ch'uan. That's the third one.